Hey guys, if you're a new investor or you just don't have the time to be sort of picking your own stocks, there's a very good feature within Trading 212 or similar brokers sort of around the world really. They're all trying to catch on to this now, which is the Autoinvest or pies feature. So you can create a pie and you can put investments in there and just allocate an amount of money, and it will split the money evenly between these individual stocks or ETFs. So if you really don't have sort of the inclination or time to put into this, you can say just invest in one fund, say the Vanguard All World, the FTSE All World ETF, VWRL. So this is a balanced fund throughout the world by market cap. So it invests in about 3,500 stocks around the world. It's around 60% in North America. So you've got a lot of the FTSE 100 companies there. The S&P 500 companies there. Your sort of Googles and Apples and Facebook and that sort of thing. But then you've got about 17% Europe, 12% sort of Asia, Japan and that sort of thing, and then about 10% emerging markets, so China and your sort of Indias and Brazil and that sort of thing, and then a small amount in sort of smaller countries around the world. So you can just put all of your money into this and just consistently add, and you know that you're very well diversified across the world. So you could say just add that to a pie and go ahead. That'll be 100%. It gives you, as you can see, a 10% average market return based on the last 5 years. So hit next. You can say auto invest or manually. Call it all world. And create the pie. And then you can just add money to that for as long as you like. If you want to do it regularly, then you'll sort of average your price and it should be a good long-term investment. If you want to go a little bit more in depth, you can adjust the percentages of sort of how much you would want to put into each country. So you could build up a sort of small selection of ETFs. So say if we stick with Vanguard, you could go the North America one. Just I think rather than the S&P 500, this North America one gives you sort of all the companies in America and Canada. It's still mostly the US companies, but just gives you that little bit of Canada as well. So you can you can add that, say. You can add the European markets, or you can have a look down the various Vanguard ones really. So you can put in a bit of emerging markets, you can put in a bit of Japan, you can put in the developed Europe. That'll give you your UK stocks in there as well as the sort of German, France and that sort of thing. Then the Asia Pacific excluding Japan, because we've got Japan as well. And if we just get... Well, yeah, you can go with those 5 really. So then you can adjust the percentages sort of based on how you would like to invest. Because this is more balanced, it shows a lower average annual return, probably because the sort of European side and maybe emerging markets has been slightly underperforming the US market. But if you're taking a longer term approach, You may want to sort of look further than 5 years historical performance and sort of think that America may not be sort of flying forever, and you can sort of balance these a little bit better yourself. So you could up, say North America to 40% rather than the sort of 58-60% that's in the All World Fund. And then you can have sort of say 15% developed Europe, 15% or say 10% Japan, maybe 15% emerging markets, and that's Asia Pacific, and then up the North America, say, to 45%. So then that's your 100% overall. The average returns come back up to 9.72%, and you can just play around with this sort of however you'd like. And so you hit next. Say you either auto invest or manually put it in as you like. Call this split world. And there's your pie, and you can add to that, and it will distribute your money all the time between these holdings, and so you don't have to invest in them individually. And yeah, it's quite easy to do, something you can do regularly, and just an easy way to sort of get into the markets without sort of having to do that much research, and you can get back to your life. So yeah, if you've got any questions, certainly leave them in the comments, and like and subscribe if you want to see more.